with us tonight is Rabbi Yaakov Menken, Managing Director for the Coalition for Jewish Values. Rabbi, great to see you as always. As we mentioned today, the U.S. Senate votes on a bill to protect same-sex marriage. The Mormons and other denominations gave that proposal a thumbs up. Curious, what is the Jewish community's take on this?
Well, there is a bit of a split because Coalition for Jewish Values agrees with the Catholic bishops that these protections are insufficient, whereas the Orthodox Union has agreed with the Latter-day Saints that with the amendment, it's good enough. We're very worried, actually, about the consequences, just as all of you are. And there's a little bit of an additional worry because in a lot of cases, we've seen bills like this and laws like this turn into legal efforts to persecute the Jewish community, whether that be on the ability to do ritual slaughter or circumcision or even to have synagogues within walking distance of our homes. So the Jewish community actually should be, I would have expected us to be united and very alarmed.
Yeah, and there's something else I want to talk about. There's also some drama over in the House, where Representative Ilhan Omar is kind of crying foul, saying that the likely next Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, will remove her from the Foreign Affairs Committee. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Well, it's a long time coming. It's very unfortunate that, this is how you allow anti-Semitism to fester. They pretend that they're going to be concerned about anti-Semitism, and then they only do it in a partisan way. Right now, there's a huge uproar about Donald Trump hosting Kanye West and someone who he didn't know, who turned out to be Nick Fuentes. And obviously that was a mistake. Obviously he shouldn't do it. But compare that to the congressmen who are willing to work alongside Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib elevating actual anti-Semitism throughout the House. Instead of, when they said that we're going to deal with anti-Semitism, they removed Marjorie Taylor Greene from her committee assignments for something she never said. Meanwhile, they never went after Ilhan Omar or Rashida Tlaib.
Yeah, and you had mentioned that meeting with President Trump and Kanye West and the other gentleman. I want to, out of curiosity, ask you, what has been the reaction with other Orthodox rabbis about that meeting?
There's pretty united opinion, obviously, that this was a very bad mistake on the president's part and exactly what was going on. I personally give him something of a charitable take in that he has been such a friend to our community and so consistently so that it's obvious he has a long-standing friendship with Kanye West. He thought it was going to be a private meeting. He didn't know this was going to be a big deal. But what he actually should have done is condemned his anti-Semitic remarks. And then at the meeting, he should have again condemned the anti-Semitic remarks. And then there would be no uproar. Then there would be, I'm going to give you counseling and I'm going to help you out. And I know that you've destroyed your career over this, but you got to understand this anti-Semitism is wrong. And now that it's become such a major conflict, we're kind of disappointed that he hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, and of course, we don't really know what happened in that meeting, so maybe more things will come out. Rabbi, before I let you go, last weekend, Pope Francis met with a number of Jewish leaders taking action to strengthen Jewish-Catholic ties. What more can you tell us about this meeting in Rome?
I actually was not privy to any of that. I don't really know about the increase. I know that, look, ever since Vatican II, there's been a gradual increase in relationships between the Catholics and the Jews. And, it's been our honor to work alongside the USCCB and so many other organizations on things like Respect for Marriage Act and the things where we find common ground to work together to make policies that are better for all Americans.
And Rabbi, we probably have about 30 seconds left or so, but curious, what else are you following? What's on your radar?
Well, obviously, the biggest issue for us is watching what's going to happen when this new Congress comes in, both with regards to anti-Semitism as well as regards to all these pro-values issues that we share. We obviously want the agenda to get a nice reset and be able to move in a much more positive direction.
We're going to leave it right there. Rabbi Menken, always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much.